These reviews are random as fuck. It's like, ow! Might have been a little overly aggressive with that intro right there. I apologize, but the energy, the vibes is probably what set me up. Today I'm on a nostalgia trip, and maybe because of that I'm like overly energetic as I was in the intro. So I apologize that I blew your speakers out or you had headphones inside your ear, deep inside. But deep inside is when I'm gonna have this thing as soon as I'm able to open it, just because, again, nostalgia trip and nostalgia purposes. Took me back down memory lane when I found this pleasant little surprise in my local, what was it, like a health food store or something, of all places, WWE Ice Cream Bars, because I'm a fan of wrestling, if you couldn't tell by now. I have been for the longest time, since the age of 5, give or take. And I do remember finally the old WWF Ice Cream Bars, which had like, what, I forget how many wrestlers, but they had a bunch of them on each one of the fucking things. A chocolate backing, it was just overall delicious. An ice cream sandwich pretty much on a stick, so it was so convenient, pause, when you got a stick in your hand and you're able to easily lick off, quickly get rid of the mess dripping down before it reaches the rest of your hand, or you pass your fingertips at least, pause, and then in public you're like, oh, So here they are, finally in my hands and in my possessions, the WWE Ice Cream Bars, sandwiches, whatever you want to call them. And right there's a Macho Man. So I had to make sure, first and foremost, once I indulge into these things myself, I pay homage to a legend, an OG. Ooh, yes, Macho Man Ray Savage. As best I can, is probably as horrible as that impression was, but you know the vibes and what I'm trying to do here. What I'm trying to do here is fucking eat, so yeah, let's get down to it and see how the fuck this thing tastes. Off first impression alone. Maybe because I was little and I knew or had a much lesser scale review of the rest of the world, I could swear the printing, the artwork was a lot better on the original WWF ice cream sandwich bars, whatever. Because then again, it also used to be a bar with a stick at the end. You could hold this thing. This is still kind of cold straight out the fridge, but it's already tearing apart on my fingertips. And I gotta keep doing this thing just to like manage with the rest of it. But taste-wise is good. I mean, I do remember the back would have like, it wouldn't try to false advertise you. I bit into the Macho Man, and now I'm biting into Roman Reigns, the big dog. It used to have a chocolate backing, which is always good, vanilla and chocolate. I could swear on everything, it used to be harder to bite into. Not so much like a brick, but I mean like, this is made from like my grandparents. Or 10 years down the line with as many sweets as I eat, probably my disposable teeth. Or removable teeth, excuse me. I don't think they make disposable teeth yet. But you know what I mean. But it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie and say otherwise. It is pretty good. Funny thing they make clear on the box, at least, is that this is not vanilla ice cream inside 2 vanilla wafers, as one would assume, being an ice cream sandwich. This is actually a vanilla dairy dessert. So it's definitely a chemical concoction of some sorts, probably not man-made. But then again, you wonder out loud, like, if ice cream, as great as it is, even though it's not particularly like there's no ice cream tree you could pick it from. But just imagine if, let's say, Adam and Eve had ice cream at the disposal instead of like an apple with a snake wrapped around it, low-key the devil. I think Eve would have saved us, humanity, and mankind in general, had she just stuck with the ice cream instead of the apple. I can't lie, I do have, for nostalgia purposes, a more deeper fondness for the old bars, but this ain't bad though. I'm not gonna lie and say otherwise. It's not bad, but it's not great either. On my rating system, personally, for me, my opinion, if you're asking, or if you're just wondering because you see my big dumbass eating this thing in front of you on YouTube, thank you, by the way, for the view, and hopefully like and comment and subscribe. Out of my rating system, I'll probably give it a O, which is equivalent to 2 out of 4. It ain't bad, it tastes good, I wouldn't trash it. I'm gonna probably run through that whole box today just because it's Saturday cheap day, for me at least. I'll probably buy it on and off. It ain't bad, and I am basing it off of what I remember something tasting like from years ago, so I can't really vouch for myself even. But yeah, it ain't bad, and okay, 2 out of 4. I'll give it it's middle playing ground in the gray area. Depending on my mood, probably I'll just pick up a box and just go through it and eat through my emotions just like I will through these. But yeah, that's Random Ass Review. I'm Who This Is One here on YouTube, as well as IG, Who This Is One, where you'll get these Random Ass Reviews as often as I can put them out, and as randomly and as much as often as I need to. Catch me on Twitch as well, Who This Is One as well. Thanks for tuning in, and for the sake of keeping things random as fuck as these reviews are, that's the whole purpose of life, being weird and as spontaneous as possible.